So in yesterday's live stream for Montreal-Tampa Game 3, we had ourselves a good conversation going around after about the 4-1-ish mark of the game, where we had some people talking about the Montreal Canadiens and the emotional impact that the team has on their fans. And we had some people talking about, I've been having rough days mentally over the past few days because of the Canadiens, and this team is kind of bringing me down. And in the comment section of our post-game video yesterday, we had a lot of people saying, man, I don't know how the heck Lego is able to smile after the Tampa Bay Lightning score on his own team. How is he able to laugh it off? How is he able to do this and that? I would personally be frustrated if that happened. And you know what? My own personal response to that is, man, if you think that I'm not frustrated when teams score on my own favorite team, you absolutely have not seen me watch any Vancouver Canucks games. And that's part of the reason why I don't stream those games, because if you want to see me get angry when a team scores on my team, oh boy, just don't turn on the TV when Vancouver happens to be playing. But either or, the Montreal Canadiens are playing pretty poorly right now. And I just wanted to go over some of the fan reactions to everything that has gone on. And, I started off this entire video by talking about my own perspective on it. Because when it comes to the Habs, I tried my best to go out there and talk about the perspective that people were bringing up in the chat. Oh, I've been having rough days at work. It's been tough on me mentally, stressing me out. Just seeing the Habs in the position that they're in, now down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals to Tampa. And my own response to that was, we're still gonna be here, man. Like, no matter what it is you're feeling right now, you're emotionally invested into this hockey team. That's a good thing, It's good to have things that you're passionate about and that you care about and that you will die for. Okay, maybe not die for, but you get what I mean. But that isn't any reason to go out there and let the Habs ruin your day. You're a fan, yeah, that's true. Maybe you have some money involved in this, you betted on the Canadiens to win in 7 or whatever. Okay. But still, even if the Canadiens get swept in 4, they lose in 2 days. They completely crap the bed and end it all off with a performance that is less than memorable. We're still going to be here. We're still going to be breathing. We're still going to be living, walking, hopefully, alive and well. And the Montreal Canadiens losing is not going to take that away from us. So I wanted to just take a little bit of time to talk about that, because I know I'm a hypocrite because I'm not really the same way with my Vancouver Canucks. But as I've said a whole bunch before, the Canucks for the most part are a very big disappointment, and they find ways to disappoint me as a fan, a very passionate fan, time in and time out. So I'm kind of desensitized and kind of cynical in a way that puts me in a position where it's kind of tough to get mad at these points in time now. Even with the Habs, my second favorite team in the league. And a part of it is mostly because of my own expectations for this squad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really surprised they even made the finals. If you've been chronicling the entire saga that we have had here since the Habs made the playoffs, I said at the beginning, Leafs in 5. I said in the second round, Winnipeg will probably win. I said in the third round, Vegas in 6, I believe. And so, because they've defied all the odds, for me personally, I'm kind of already at peace with the run. And you know what? I don't really think there are too many people who stray from my own opinion. Sure, you might have thought, oh, they're going to beat Toronto in 5 or Toronto in 7 or whatever, and you might have been right about that. And maybe you would have said the same thing about Winnipeg or Vegas at the beginning, but come on. You remember the cynicism going around in Montreal after Game 4 against Toronto? Marc Bergevin was 1 goal away, one Ilya Mikheyev's stick being positioned a little bit higher away from pretty much being fired. Carey Price ended up saving his job. Carey Price helped the team get over to the Stanley Cup Finals, but now Carey Price has gotten down back to earth, and it's come at the worst time possible, but hey, it's here. And no matter what happens with the Canadiens, I can always say to myself, if I told the April version of myself that the Stanley Cup Finals would be Tampa versus Montreal, I would have been super stoked. I wouldn't have been thinking about, oh, they lost in 4. Darn, that sucks, man. I'm going to let it ruin my day. I'm going to be super sad about this. It's going to make me cry a river. No, I would have just been like, man, that's amazing. They made it to the gosh darn finals. They were in the final 2 of the entire NHL, and they tangoed with Tampa. Even if you told me they would have gotten swept, I would have been like, man, they won 3 straight rounds? Incredible. Here are some comments from our Habs that I wanted to read to you, just talking about the fan response to what the Canadiens have done in the past week. I don't want to see any "this is an embarrassment" posts. This is disappointing, but it's not an embarrassment. An embarrassment is the Leafs losing in the first round year after year. An embarrassment is Tampa getting swept by Columbus. Be proud of our boys for getting here. Real talk now. Tampa has a Vezina goalie, a Norris D-man, an Art Ross forward. It's probably the best team in the Cap era, and you can't beat them by exposing a weakness because they don't have any on the ice. You have to beat them with skill, and we just aren't there yet. We were 18th in the regular season in points. I'm sure when we're healthy, we're better, but we aren't in the same tier as Tampa. The future looks good, but we're not quite there yet. The experience in this playoffs is valuable. You need to learn how to lose before you can win. And I know it's not over, but beating Tampa 4 in a row? Come on. Enjoy whatever happens next, though. These moments are rare. Cheer for our boys until the end, and especially when it's over. And the reply is kind of what gets to me the most, you know? This is kind of what stings the most. As a guy who's been cheering for the Canadiens for the better part of 2-3 years now, I know you're spitting the truth. I just wanted the cup. Yeah, we won't be here in a long, long time. And that's what hurts. And when you think about it that way, you start to think about the guys whom this opportunity means the most to. Shea Weber's never been here before, never gotten this far, but he is a veteran from the 2003 draft who has gone this far. He's played for this long, and he's played at this caliber without ever seeing this chance. Carey Price has never gotten past the third round before. Heck, he hasn't even played a good chunk of the third round before. Thanks, Chris Kreider, but either way. The guys who are the oldest on the team and the guys who have the least amount of hardware are the ones that are feeling this the most, and these are the ones that you feel for. Caulfield, Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, okay, you can feel sad for those guys, but come on. They're at the beginning of their careers. They're going to be great players, and the best is definitely yet to come. Not to mention the fact that the Habs, for the latter part of this decade, have had a pretty good prospect pool and development system. This team was not supposed to make the finals this year. This team was not supposed to go this far this year, and this team was not supposed to be as good as they are this year. Now you could say, oh, they signed Tyler Toffoli, they acquired Gustafsson, they acquired Edmondson, Sherratt, and Allen, and not to mention Tyler Toffoli, Eric Stahl, and Corey Perry for the veteran presence. This was supposed to be the team. But come on. If I told you at the beginning of the Stanley Cup playoffs that this was supposed to be the team that wins a Stanley Cup, would you have believed me? No, right? The fact is, they made it this far, and that is amazing. But this was not supposed to be a team that was able to get it done, even with the acquisitions they did. They tried to do it, but they still finished 18th. They tried to do it, but they still had a terrible losing skid at the end of the year. The fact that they got this far is just hockey being hockey. Because a smaller little bounce off of Ilya Mikheyev's stick in Game 5 at the end of regulation, and all of a sudden, boom, it's the Leafs versus the Jets. Who knows who wins that series? Who knows who plays Vegas and whether or not that team wins or loses? It's a completely different ballgame if hockey just doesn't do the hockey and they don't give us the hockey bounces that we know exist within the sport and that can determine entire series. But at the end of the day, man, it just feels like it's Tampa's year again. Carey Price came into the Stanley Cup Finals with a .934 save percentage and a .202 goals against, but in the finals, those numbers have taken a very big dive. Plain and simple, he's not playing the best that he could be, and he's being out-goalied by Andrei Vasilevsky. Furthermore, even when the Habs play well in this series, like in Game 2, even though the Habs had the upper hand and you could probably say they deserved to win the game, Tampa just didn't crumble. Tampa looked confident, and they kind of looked in control of their own emotions and their own play the entire way through. And what happened? They won. Now Tampa's in a spot where they just got one more game, dude. If they lose 4 in a row, my mind is absolutely going to be blown, but they just need one more to win. And for Canadiens fans who have waited so long, so goodness graciously long, to make it back to the finals again and to have a chance at hoisting Lord Stanley's Grail, hey, I get it, it absolutely does suck for sure. But the fact that they're not winning this year isn't the most upsetting fact to me. It's the fact that Shea Weber, Carey Price, and the older guys on this team might not experience this again. Like, who knows if Shea Weber's ever going to have himself a finals appearance again? Same with Carey Price. Caulfield, Suzuki, KK, I'll worry about those guys when they're 35 years old. It's not their time right now, and they're going to get better. So there's hope for the future. It's just, in the short-term future, like in 2 days, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Tampa sweep, but either way, we'll be streaming live for the game. Talk to me in the comments what you thought about this video over here, the Habs being down the way they are. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is 99, and bye.